wasn't until 1990 that I became a NASCAR fan, and not long after that I attended my first NASCAR race at Daytona. I remember looking over at pit road during the Busch Clash and seeing all the photographers roaming around between the cars and drivers and thinking how cool that must be and wishing I could be one of them. I had no idea how I'd get myself in that position and brushed it off as another one of my dream photo shoots. Then, in the late 1990s, someone I knew was going racing in the NASCAR Goodies Dash series, and he wanted me to be their team photographer. I jumped at the chance, which gave me almost full access at the tracks they raced, which included Charlotte, Bristol, and of course Daytona. Back then, my credentials got me right in the middle of the action, and when the Goodies Dash guys weren't on the track, I'd get to see the trucks, Busch, and Cup guys on pit road and working on their cars in the garage. Standing behind the pit wall during the Bud shootout at Daytona and getting to film my favorite driver, Jeff Gordon, during his pit stop truly was my dream coming true, and the excitement was everything I thought it would be. The Goodies Dash series was the lowest of the 4 NASCAR series at that time and was considered to be the entry level into NASCAR for those that aspired to race in the trucks, Busch, or NASCAR's top series, Winston Cup. Now that I had my foot in NASCAR's door, I needed to make as many connections as possible so I could step up to the next series, with my ultimate goal of becoming a Winston Cup team photographer. My pictures and video were quickly getting noticed by many of the Dash teams, and the series director was using my work to promote the series on their official website. I had a roster of beautiful models that I had been photographing at the beach, and bringing them to the track and getting them work as promotional models for the teams got some attention and helped build my rep as a photographer. Hanging out with the Dash drivers like TJ Majors in the motorhome was another great way to make connections. And since TJ was good friends with Dale Jr., I was connecting with Dale as well and getting that much closer to landing on a Cup team as their photographer.
Dale, can she get a quick picture with you? Alright, thanks a lot.
The Hopgoods were racing in the Dash series and were sponsored by Bob Germain. I've known Bob for a long time because we both lived in Naples. His sponsorship in the Dash series was to get a whiff of what NASCAR was about and see if it was something he wanted to get more involved with. I got to check flying on a private jet off my bucket list when Bob invited me to fly in his Citation 5 to go watch the Dash Series race on a track in Savannah, Georgia.
Afternoon, we're looking at Germain Motorsports Citation 5. It's a Citation 560. Cruise speed about 500 miles per hour, service ceiling 45,000 feet. Going from Naples Airport to Hilton Head Island this afternoon, about an hour and 10 minutes. At 37, maybe all the way up to 41,000 feet. Everybody's looking forward to a great ride and a great race tomorrow night in Savannah. Enjoy the ride.
That was a wild race in Savannah. The track was dirt and didn't have any guardrails. Any car that went off the track around turn 2 only had a few trees to stop them from hitting the spectator parking lot, and Jake Hobgood tested that theory by hitting a tree or two after going off track. Someday I'll get around to making a video just of that race, because it was very entertaining to see action like this. Bob Germain went on to form his own NASCAR truck team with Todd Bodine driving his number 30 truck. Germain Racing went on to win the Craftsman Truck Series Championship in 2006 and 2010. Not long after that, Bob had had enough of NASCAR and decided not to make the step up to the Cup Series. For me, all that exposure I was getting in the Dash Series was really paying off, and another longtime friend from back home in Naples called me up and asked if I'd like to come take video of their new race team. I asked if they were going truck racing too, and they said, "No, we're going Cup racing, and we want you to cover our first test on July 7th at the USA International Speedway in Lakeland." I've known Dean Arnold for a long time, and when he says he's going to do something, he means it. So I had no doubt the Arnolds were going NASCAR Cup racing. But I didn't want to sound too anxious, so I downplayed it a bit, saying I kind of had a photo shoot on the beach with a new bikini model that day. So Dean sweetened the deal, saying he was going to have the Lakeland Hooters bring us lunch at the track. It's no secret how much Hooters makes me happy, so I agreed to show up at the track and be the photographer for a brand new NASCAR Cup team as they prepared to make their first race a month later on August 3rd for the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Another Naples resident by the name of Billy Bigley Jr. was recruited to be the driver of Arnold Motorsports, soon to be the number 50 NASCAR Cup car. Billy had competed in the full season of the 2001 Craftsman Truck Series. This would be his first time competing in the Cup Series, and tasked with the monumental challenge of qualifying the team for their first race at the Brickyard. Another Cup team was sharing the track with us for this test session. Their car was the one and all primer from Bill Davis Racing. They weren't too thrilled with me being there with all my camera gear and didn't really want me videoing their car. They didn't say why, but there was a rumor going around that Toyota was getting into the Cup Series after having success with Robert Huffman driving his Toyota Celica in the Dash Series. So maybe that's what they were testing. Part of me felt like I could get a big scoop in the NASCAR world by recording the first Toyota Cup car in action. But most of me wanted to be respectful, not burn any future connections, and just do what I was brought here to do. Capture Arnold Motorsports' entry into NASCAR Cup racing.
Is it? Yeah, right there. Yeah, don't do it down there.
Well, it don't really help driving in there any harder when it's tight, huh? Yeah, it don't help. Spring out, we ain't hitting the race yard or nothing.
Can't have a place to sleep.
You know what them components are under there? I don't know. Alright, don't take the wrong thing off now. Too big. There it is. Wow, titanium axle.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, good looking. sounded kind of dirty here for a minute.
Yes, we did. We're like the mom of that car. How much value?
You guys having fun?
Nope. We told you you'd be back.
I know it. I expect you guys to watch it today. I gotta go out. I got dropped it. I don't have change. I just have to bring it back. You sure? Well, how much do you want me to deposit? She'd take it. That works. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.
See you later.
Bye. Hold on. Can I get some kids get a picture with you guys? Yeah. Come on. Hurry up, guys. Is this a charger?